Hey, welcome to the Stephanie Stevens Show, where I help you discover the power of communication and the keys that unlock the doors to freedom in every area of your life. Well, hello, my friend. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, or tonight, or early this morning, or late this evening, or in the middle of the night, whenever it is that we find time for each other. I am truly grateful for it. You are listening to the Stephanie Stevens Show podcast. That is me. I am Stephanie Stevens, and my expertise lies in arenas like communications, broadcasting, business, ownership, and management, and entrepreneurship, and also single parenting, and also medical hypnotherapy, and also behavioral therapy, and. Oh yeah, I'm also a single parent with 4 kids. I have one son with special needs, so I am an expert in raising children and also in not only raising a child with incredible special needs, special gifts, special talents come with those special needs, but also in helping others do the same through the organization that I run. That's a quick snapshot about me. So yep, we're going to touch a lot of bases during our time together. We will have various topics and things that we talk about. And one of the things that I am committed to is helping you to become an even more expansive communicator in whatever arena you choose, because your communication is going to be and is the key to greater realms of freedom in just about every area of your life. Communication is the key. And it doesn't matter if it's verbal communication, nonverbal, written, artistic format, it doesn't matter. We all have a voice. We all have a special gift and talent. And if you can tap into finding your voice in whatever expression we can give it, you are going to soar, my friend, in the areas that you set your intention in. Okay, so today I have to talk to you about something that I find to be funny. When I experience things, I want to share them with you because my hope is that you will identify. So lately, I have found myself saying, and on more than one occasion now in the last week or two, well, there's more evidence that no good deed goes unpunished. Have you ever said that? Have you ever thought that? Can you identify with that? Right? You're trying to do something good, and the feedback you get is, well, crap. Right? So your intention was to help or do something that was going to help somebody else or help a situation. And then you kind of get something in return that does not feel reciprocal, or it doesn't feel reinforcing to you. It doesn't make you feel like what you did was worth it. All of those things. Okay. So I say that, and I think we oftentimes say things like that, like, well, see, no good deed goes unpunished, because we're trying to be funny and snarky. And we're trying to make somebody laugh. I mean, if even just ourselves, right? Lighten the mood, add a little cynicism, sarcasm, just to be funny, lighten the mood, whatever. But the reality is we kind of actually mean it. And it can, over the course of time, move us into a place of really not wanting to do good things for whatever that person or that situation, if we feel that the result or the byproduct of doing that thing is going to make us feel a kind of a way that we don't want to feel. Maybe it makes us feel frustrated or negative, or like we wasted our time offering that time of ours or that energy, whatever form it takes. So here's how I want to encourage you today. Every single solitary deed is seen, right? So even though there are times that we feel like, okay, of course I'm doing something good and I feel like I'm getting punished for it. Okay, like it's being misunderstood, or I'm spending time and effort here, and why am I not getting the good stuff back in return? 2 things. One, was my intention to get something back good in return? Because if it was, that's my first mistake. It is the constantly hoping for getting something good in return for the efforts that we make or the energies we put into various places. And this is what can cause us to hold something over someone else's head. Even though we say we're not going to, even though we claim we're doing it out of the kindness of our heart and we're so caring and giving, we just want to serve. I just want to serve other people. And then they do you wrong. And suddenly you want to remind that person of how you, the servant, served them, okay? And how you help them out in a time of need or whatever the case may be. And that's where the reality, that's kind of where the rubber meets the road, in our intention. Wouldn't it be incredible if we could erase that good deed right after we did it? Because isn't nobody supposed to be keeping score here on this planet? Are we supposed to be, or isn't the intention really, I want to offer myself in ways that will benefit humanity? And if I do, I can't pick that thing back up off the table and hold it in someone's face and say, you need to be nice to me because I did this thing for you, right? That bifurcates the whole point. It erases the intention. So even though I caught myself saying a couple times, no good deed goes unpunished, as I was thinking about it and processing it today, and that's the goal, right? It's to take something that feels frustrating, process it, and then what is the lesson? And how am I going to navigate differently? How will I be in a place where this will not cause me frustration in the future? It's remembering that every single seed I sow, every single seed you sow, to whomever, is seen, it is heard, it is felt, it is recorded for all time by the ones who matter the most. And they're not currently walking around, I don't think. Well, sometimes they might be, actually, this planet. Sometimes they are. But we are doing this for an eternal realm. We are doing this for above and beyond. And that, wow, when we can make the commitment to doing a good deed or continuing to offer ourselves, our efforts, our finances, our energies in ways that benefit the people in front of us, the community in front of us, the ripple effect, their family, their tribe, their community, their region, their nation. As we continue to do this, are you kidding me? Of course that is seen, and it is also rewarded, even if not by the people standing in front of you that you first delivered it to. And that's the point for today. We reap what we sow. We must. Because one of the laws of the universe and one of God's own principles is justice. There's as much justice as there is love. Think about that for just a minute. Just as much justice as there is love. So, it is not our responsibility to make sure the scales are even, because we'll never, ever, ever be able to do it. We don't see that perspective. We see through a glass darkly. We are not seeing it all from every perspective and angle. But there is one who is. And so everything we do, even if we get the wrong kind of, or the kind of feedback we weren't excited about, we're not even going to consider it wrong. We're just going to call it what it is, my friend. It's just feedback. It's just feedback. It doesn't have to mean a thing. It can mean whatever you want it to mean. You can laugh it, chuckle at it, totally, just let it slide right past you, just like the Aikido, right? Aikido, what's the principle? Let it slide right past you. Let that energy go right past you. That's the way of the Aikido. Fantastic book that the coach that I've talked to you about before, John, that I worked with, he recommended that book to me a while ago. I read it and I thought, it's totally brilliant. Instead of fighting and pounding fists against each other, wouldn't it be smarter to take somebody else's energy and just simply use it for something good, right? Don't meet it, don't match it with force, in a negative kind of a way. Elevate the entire experience. So, just my friendly reminder to you as an encouragement, everything that you do, that good that you sow, the finances, the time, the love, the good intentions, the prayers, the energy, the support, whatever it looks like, even if it's not coming back to you the way you would love to see it from that person you're actually gifting it to, it of course is seen, and of course it is rewarded and comes back to you, because that is the way. Stay encouraged, my friend, and I can't wait to connect with you on the next episode. Thanks so much for listening to The Stephanie Stevens Show. Please remember to subscribe so we can stay connected and you never miss an episode of the podcast. Oh, and if you haven't left a rating yet, please be sure to do so. It helps incredible people like you find the podcast. We'll see you on the next episode.